Greetings, welcome to the Heart of Jesus. My name is Sujay and I'm inspired to speak to you this week about a conversation that took place during the transfiguration of Jesus. To give you a bit of context, Jesus takes his disciples Peter, James and John and they go up into a high mountain. Now there, the appearance of Jesus changes right before them. His face becomes as bright as the sun and his clothes become as white as light. Now at this moment, the prophets Moses and Elijah appear and talk with Jesus. Now what kind of conversation is birthed in an environment where the transfiguration of Jesus takes place? The Bible doesn't give us the specifics of their conversation. However, we're able to find out what was the context of what they were talking about. In Luke chapter 9 verse 31, it mentions that they spoke of his death, which he should accomplish in Jerusalem. Now, of all the things to speak about, why speak about his death? Why should the death of Jesus be the center of the conversation? Now, to see this a bit more clearly, we must understand the role of prophets before the appearance of Jesus. In 1 Peter chapter 1 verses 10, we read that prophets who prophesied of the grace which was intended for you searched and inquired earnestly about this salvation. They sought to find out to whom or when this was to come, which the Spirit of Christ worked within them, was indicating when he predicted the sufferings of Christ and the glories that should follow. We understand from this that the prophets knew about the suffering of Christ, which was the death of Jesus, through the Spirit of Christ that worked in them. They also knew the significance of his death because of the glories that would follow, which is the gospel that you and I have access to. We see in verse 12 of the same chapter that even angels look into these things. So the death of Jesus caught the attention of prophets and the angels. Now that we know the context of the conversation that took place in the presence of Jesus transfigured on earth, what about heaven? What happens, or what kind of words are released in the environment of heaven when Jesus is glorified? We see a glimpse of this in Revelation chapter 5 verse 9, where the hosts of heaven join together and they sing a new song to Jesus, saying, "For you are worthy, because you were slain, and by your blood you have purchased men unto God from every tribe, from every tongue, from every people and every nation." And they go on with all the hosts of heaven singing together, "Worthy is the Lamb that was slain." The death of Jesus is celebrated and sung in heaven. So the death of Jesus catches the attention of the prophets, of the angels, and it's the central theme of the songs of heaven. We see the significance of the death of Jesus in Hebrews chapter 2 verse 14, where it says, "Through his death he defeated and brought to nothing him who had the power of death, that is the devil." So the death of Jesus rendered the devil useless. We see that through his death we have received grace, and this grace, through faith, we believe and are saved, and we have access to the Father in heaven through the Spirit. Now, through his death, we, the redeemed of the Lord, washed by the blood of Jesus, join with all the angels and we sing, "Worthy is the Lamb that was slain." We join with all the hosts of heaven and we sing blessing and honor, glory and power to the one who sits on the throne, to the Lamb forever and ever. May you know the depths of the love that Jesus has for you, which he demonstrated through his death for you. And in every season of your life, may you remember and celebrate his death. May you join with all the hosts of heaven singing, "Worthy is the Lamb that was slain." Until we see each other again, this is the heart of Jesus.